Hello everyone! Today we will learn about Schubert's Impromptu. This piece is great for studying chords, excellent for learning harmony, and has a beautiful melody, so I brought it as a recommended piece. I think many of you have heard this before. What is a chord? Harmony, chords. That's right. We call something that has two or more notes a chord. This is just one note. How many is this? It's two. This is a chord, right? This is also a chord and this is also a chord. But if you just raise it randomly without any rules, it would be too chaotic, right? Music is very similar to mathematics. So, if you have certain rules, you can produce very bright sounds, and with other rules, you can create very dark sounds. So we will learn about these rules. An A flat minor is currently being introduced. An A flat means starting from C,
C, D, E, F, G, A,
which is the A. An A flat is the note that is a half step down from an A. An A minor triad is made like this. An A flat, C flat, E flat. So the reason you see C flat as the first note is that it is an A flat minor chord. To understand the principle now, you just need to know that an A flat, C flat, and E flat make up the A flat chord. This is the A flat chord. Next, let's move E flat down. Now, let's move C flat down. Now we will move an A flat down. We will move E flat down. This is the last E flat chord. This is how the chord progression goes. The E flat chord consists of E flat, G, and B flat. This is how it changes, so just know this much. Right now, we are studying two measures, and we have learned about the minor chord, and then we also learned about the E flat major chord. That's really impressive. It's difficult. I'll take another look. An A flat minor chord. If we change the position to E flat, it looks like this, right? If we change the position to B flat, it looks like this. Finally, E flat, right? Now, if we look at the left hand, we see the A flat chord. By doing this, you already understand the structure of the piece. If you just know this, you can think that we've almost completed it. The important thing in this piece is the minor chord and the major chord. So let's break down this block chord. Earlier, I played it like this, and now let's break it down note by note. Let's break this down like this and like this. Finally, E flat. So there are people who just memorize and play it after looking at this. That's not genius. It's because they understand the chords. They can play it without looking at the sheet music like this, because they have just broken down the A flat, an A flat minor, and finally E flat major. Now I understand the structure of the piece. And next, I need to make an effort to tie up the ending well, ensuring it is neither too short nor too discarded. So, some people play like this and some play like that, but you just need to finish it well, according to your judgment. Now you can hear the difference in how well someone plays the piano in these details. This is where the distinction is made. Please finish it well. This is repeated twice. And then we have the A flat minor chord, a flat, C flat, E flat, A flat, C flat. Next, I'll go slowly. G, B flat, F flat, E flat, B flat, F flat. Now, this is an E flat 7 chord.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Pa, 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 mi, re.
Sing the melody, and this is now one set. This set comes out again. This time, this part is different. Earlier, it was G natural, but now G has been flattened. The left hand has changed like this, right? This is how you find the parts that change. So now the second set has been repeated twice. What's going to change next? Now, everyone, look for the chords. This is E flat, G flat, and B flat, right? This is a major chord. E flat, G flat, C flat. C is flattened. C flat, E flat, G flat. It's C flat, major. Shall we start with C flat? It's a C-flat chord, but G-flat has gone down, right? This is how you read the sheet music. You can play it directly without looking at the sheet music, because it's a repetition of the chords. Finally, G-flat 7, got it? And the finishing set, do you remember from earlier? We did it once and then 2 more times. G-flat, then 2 times,
G-flat.
and the set comes out.
La 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 sol fa.
But this time it's not repeating, so they changed the chord because it was getting a bit tedious. So everyone, what chord is this? It's a bit dark, right? It's a minor chord. You can tell the chord by looking at the composition of the notes. B, D, F sharp. This is a B minor chord. B, D, F sharp. So here you can see the B minor chord is repeated. So it's just changing positions and coming down. It's changing positions, right? The last F sharp. Right? It repeats as a set 1 more time. Next, this set is long. A melodic sequence is coming out like this. So I think it would be good to look at the structure of the piece like this. Now, shall we find some more rules? At the beginning, why did we end in E flat major from A flat minor? What position is E flat in A flat?
La, si, do, re, mi.
It's the 5th note, right? Let's look for it again. When ending from C flat to G flat, what position is G flat in C flat?
Do, re, mi, fa.
It's the 5th note. The 1st note and the 5th note come out like this. Now, then the last B minor. What note is it from B to F sharp? B, C, D, E, F, the 5th. Is it really possible to be this mathematical, right? Music is structured on these principles, so understanding them is really fun. Isn't it fun? It comes out and it's long, right? But here, you need to pay attention to the rhythm, because this is in 3/4 meter.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
The music ends on 1, starts on 2,
3, 1, 2, 3,
and ends on 1.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The music was written with such a mismatch in the rhythm. And please remember the melody. This is the melody rhythm. You need to emphasize the pinky finger a bit more, like this. Next, we have the major. Earlier, there was C flat, but this time it's C natural. Now this one is an A flat minor, and this one is an A flat major, right? What's the difference between C and A flat and E flat? The 3rd note is different. The minor is C flat and the major is C natural. So the music becomes brighter, even though it's pianissimo. And if you look at the last E flat, the ending is the same, right? Set, then E flat 7. Earlier we played it like this, and this time we moved it up to E flat, right? So it's the same E flat 7. Repeat. Then it comes out, and this part has changed the pattern. Left hand and an A flat 7, D flat, E flat 7, A flat. This is one set. The 4 beats are the same. It's the same as releasing the A flat note with the right hand. Now, this is the position change, right? Next is the D flat chord. D flat, F, and A flat. So then E flat, it's the same. Repeat. Then we go up 1 octave from what we did earlier, right?
G flat.
It's the same, right? Next is E flat and A flat, 4 beats each. It repeats twice. Then comes my favorite part, where the left hand becomes the melody. It's so beautiful. This is one phrase. The left hand sings, and the right hand keeps repeating this. So here we have a crescendo as well. In this way, try to divide the phrases. Let me show you how I divided the phrases. So, is that it for now? No one is saying it's not over yet, right? Then it repeats. I thought it would end, but it didn't. Repeat. But it went up again. Think, how do I express this? Next is an A flat. It's not over. Now it is. What chord is this? D flat. F A flat, it's a D flat chord, right? There aren't many chords that come up here. So the reason I can play this without looking at the sheet music is that it's a repeated chord. The melody is very beautiful. And comes out like this. The B part of the song is very minor. This is a good piece to know as an introduction to classical music, which is why I brought it as a recommendation. You can see how the structure of the music is understood, right? So, for those who want to learn more about the latter part, it might be good to take lessons from teachers at Musickelly. The reason I chose this piece is that I personally like it, and a student at the academy keeps playing it. I liked it so much that I wanted to introduce it to you all, and it's a great piece for studying. I think it would be good for you to try it out, and for those who want to study the structure and chords of this piece I shared today, it might be good to apply it to other songs as well. Well then, I hope today was helpful for you, and we'll meet again next time. If you have any good songs, please be sure to recommend them in the comments. See you next time.